Welcome to Hobby Life episode 48, everyone. It's your host, Brody the Kid here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to our awesome sponsors, Becca Media and Southern Hobby Supply. We got an awesome show today. We have an interview with one of Hobby's best artists, one of the Hobby's greatest mysteries, Card Killer. And we also have a sweet product rip review where we're going to get 8 autographs and 10 hits. I'm super excited for that. Super excited for the show. We're only 2 shows away from episode 50. Let's do episode 48 right now. Hobby Week 1, 2, 3. Number 1, Top Series 1 is coming out soon, guys. Ohtani has been announced for the cover player on the set, which is awesome. I'm so excited for that. And with that, we get the Topps Rip Party on February 15th, including 17 breakers. I can't wait for this awesome event. It's going to be a ton of fun, as it was the last 2 years. Number 2 and 3 today, guys. There's been a lot of crazy and weird and negative stuff going on in the hobby. So I just want to remind you guys, number 1, while you're in this hobby, have fun. Number 2, keep your word. And number 3, stay positive. Thank you, guys. Let's move on with the show. Product Rip Review. All right, everyone, it's time now for Product Rip Review, and we've got a fun one today. A nice, fun, cheap option of one of my favorite products. This is 2021 Elite Extra Edition Baseball. This is a cheaper product. These are only about $90 to maybe $100 a box. And you get 8 autographs and 2 relics. So, and every base card's numbered. There's base autos that aren't numbered. So there's 25 cards, and probably only 2 to 3 of them won't be numbered. And those are autos. And you usually get 1 or 2 auto relics too. It's just a fun set. The autos, it'll be tough to know, but usually the relics are guys like more higher picks and stuff like that. All right, so 5 packs, 5 cards per pack. I'm gonna open the thicker packs first, just because those, well, they might have auto relics, but if they have the relics, the 2 relics first too. Let's get into this. Some die cuts too. A really good way, if you're not sure about a lot of these guys, which you probably won't be, go to MLB site. They have the top 30 prospects for each team, the top 100 for the whole MLB, and also the top 50 international. See if that can help you get a better idea on a lot of these guys. They also in here do the contenders draft picks, contenders optic draft picks, I guess. They're all chromium. This is a refractor. Adrian Del Castillo. All right. And here is the base. I don't know if I can pick it up. It's stuck. There we go. Dalen Lyle to $9.99. So the base are to $9.99. And then we've got, here we go. All right. Juan Martinez to 63. Is that 63? Yeah. Number to 63. Prime numbers. All right. So this should be a relic. And there should be an auto behind it. We've got a relic of Mason Black from the Giants. Not bad. Future Threads. So these are the 2 relics. You'll get the Future Threads. And then this is a die cut. So it looks like we have a die cut auto. And it's a Doug Nikhazy, I think. And it's 8 of 26 status. So pretty super short print on that one. Doug Nikhazy, pitcher for the Indians. All right. Like I said, perfect time to go on to MLB.com. Look him up. Not completely sure, but you never know. I mean, it's fun to go on MLB.com and look all these guys up, because you could I get really surprised sometimes. All right, this one's got 2 thick cards, so we should have a relic and an auto relic probably. We have our chromium. This is a Benny Montgomery for the Rockies. Alex Aloa, number to 499, green status. And is this? Oh, this is a really good card because this is a Henry Davis, number 1 overall draft pick for the Pirates. Pulse insert was. Yes. Look at the box, guys. Look for the ultra rare passing the torch inserts and pulse inserts. So I think this is a very good card because Henry Davis was a really high pick on the cover of the box, actually, too. Name there on top corner, and that is a pulse insert. So that is a really good card. Nice. Because I opened one of these and that I wasn't familiar with that, especially because usually all the base are numbered and stuff. So wow, that's a nice card. And look at this. Another Henry Davis, number 1 overall pick. First round materials. Nice. I wish that had an auto on it, but still pretty cool. That was a Henry Davis pack with Henry Davis on the front. So sweet. And then our auto relic is Landon Marquette, number to 99, patch auto. Los Angeles, it's a red jersey, so maybe the Angels, but that could also be college or something like that too, maybe. But I'm thinking Angels, but not completely sure. All right, that was a very good Henry Davis pack. Holy cow. First overall pick. Sweet. All right, this is so these rest of the packs are going to be very thin. Just going to be 5 cards. Looks like I'm getting information from our producer. Number 1 for Pittsburgh. Okay, so he was the 22nd overall pick, but the first for the Pirates. And that Marquette we just pulled, he was a number 11 for the Angels. So number 11 in the prospect organization. So that's cool. Here's Kevin Kopps. I'm getting more information. Number 1. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. He was the number 1 pick. He's the number 22 on the MLB reference. Okay. Number to 999. Jacob. We got our boy Doug again. This is a status to 499. So, yeah, we got 2 green statuses, but this is just the base and not a die cut either. So that's kind of cool. Start a little bit of a rainbow. And then we have Hidden Gems auto of Jesus Para for the Brewers. That background looks really cool. And then we have number to 99, Spencer Schwellenbach. I think it's Spencer Schwellenbach for the Braves. That's a really longer last name, but another nice die cut. Aspirations. All right. Yeah, it's just this product's so much fun, and it's especially since it's not that expensive and you just get hits left and right. I mean, die cuts left and right, chromium cards on the back of every pack. All right. We have Ethan Wilson from South Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Number to 999. A Lion Corterio from this. So this was one, if you wanted to look him up, you would go to the International Prospects Top 50. Then we have an Die cut number 298, Jay Allen. Aspirations die cut. We have a Taj Bradley Hidden Gems auto. This is cool. In the other box I opened, I didn't get any Hidden Gems auto, and we got 2 of them, so that's cool. And we have number to 72 prime numbers, Calvin Ziegler. Calvin Ziegler. Cool. Yeah, I just love this stuff. I mean, that's why I like Sage a lot too, because you get so many autos and stuff. It's just fun. All right, last pack. If I can get it open. These packs without the relics are so thin that they're like flimsy kind of trying to open. All right, we have Jacob Steinmetz from the Diamondbacks as our chromium. And then we have Jacob Steinmetz again, number to 249. Sosa, Dominican Prospect League Decade, number to 999. Huh. I didn't see a die cut that was numbered to 999. It's still pretty sweet. Jonathan Clase, Hidden Gems auto for the Mariners. You always want to get the position players too. The position players, as a lot of you guys know, go for a bit more on the market. And then our last card is a base auto Andrew Abbott. I think that might be on card. I can't tell if they're on those ones are on card or not, because they kind of it like looks like a sticker, but I don't think there's a sticker there. I can't tell. I don't know. I can't really tell. I think it's on card, but it like background like looks like sticker. But Cincinnati Reds. Cool. So yeah, fun rip. Lots of hits, lots of numbered cards, but today it was definitely Henry Davis that stole this box with those sweet, that relic, and then that awesome pulse insert. And then this is the patch auto we got in that pack too, is also a very good card as well. So yeah, Future Threads, patch auto, sweet. Yeah, fun product. Yeah, let's get on with the show. If you go to your LCS and you see these for cheap, I think it's a definite buy because it's a lot of fun. Product review. Guys, our next interview guest, we have to keep his identity secret. I shouldn't even be having him on here. Don't tell anyone that we had him on here. Make it a secret. He's one of the hobby's biggest mysteries. Let's get to it. Our next guest is an amazing guest and one of the hobby's dope biggest mysteries. And he made this awesome hat. Please welcome to the show, Card Killer. What's up?
What's up, Brody? What's going on, my man?
Not much. How you been?
Been pretty good. Been really, really busy, but busy is good, man. The new year is going to be great. How about you?
I've, just keep doing everything I've been doing. I love the new mask, by the way. It looks pretty awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually, there's a lot of purple chrome cards being cut out to get this kind of look going. A lot of Bowman Sterling with a big purple background. So I was able to fetch some nice purple out of cards. Yeah, so pretty much everything is made out of cards now. Yeah, nowadays.
That's awesome. I love it. You're such a unique person in this hobby. I love the art that you do. I love this hat too, even though I'm from Chicago. I mean, I still love the hat. It's so cool looking. So I just want to ask you about your collecting. How long have you been collecting, and how did that turn into starting card art?
Oh man, I mean, you're looking at a process starting in 1989. I was 11, so I just started playing Little League baseball with my friends. Everybody in the neighborhood played baseball. And in '89, when, you know, that boom, that early boom for cards happened at that time, we were all collecting. So I would say my start was at 11. Um, Everybody in the neighborhood, basically not to step on each other's toes about collecting, would choose one player. And we would all like basically look out for each other's cards.
That's
And like, you know, whereas my friend was like, oh, I want to collect Dave Justice, and my other friend was like, I want to collect Canseco, I was like, you guys can take all that. I got Griffey. So in '89, I started with Griffey, and I just kept collecting for years and years. Um, and you know, it gets ingrained in you. You know exactly how it is. I mean, you're going through it right now. So I, you know, fast forward decades of art process, because I've been doing art since I was a young kid, that it just seeped into the work, you know, because, you know, in order to be an honest artist, you gotta kind of gotta dig about who you are, and have that translate honestly into your work. And it just so happens that stuff like, you know, old movies that I love to watch, old video games that I love to play, and sports cards are all, you know, something about me that's true and honest.
mm-hmm.
So it all kind of works its way into the art. So you know, it only felt natural once I saw the potential of what this material, like this chrome refractor material, can do in art. You know, maybe about 6 or 7 years ago is when I started incorporating pieces of cards into my art. And originally it was more on the fine art side. You know, I was doing large scale paintings,
Mm-hmm.
and I was putting them in either illustrative or abstract work, because that kind of quality, you can't really, there's no paint that does that, right? So
Oh,
I use the materials to show that I wanted to have movement in my work. I wanted the paintings to kind of dance without having like any special electronics or anything that you got to plug in or anything like that. So the cards really kind of just fit right into my message, and the kind of art that I was doing at the time. And you know, when I put the mask on, I just refocused it back into the cards themselves. So in 2000, let's say early 2019, I started making like these quirky videos to get people to understand what I was doing.
mm-hmm.
And then as that year progressed, kind of show them how I was using it in art. But I was doing it anonymously, because I kind of was like, I kind of felt like sometimes an artist, you got to just clean slate and then start fresh when you think something is not quite working. So
Mm-hmm.
and so it turns out putting the mask on um was that clean slate moment for me. And it turned out that, you know, a lot of people kind of gravitated towards what I was doing at that time. And so the process goes, you know, I went from a luchador mask to this, because I took that mask off. And when I finally kind of just reveal who I am, I didn't want to go from 100 to 0. So something like this is kind of just like just like an in between, to where I could still keep that persona, but it's not about hiding my identity anymore. It's like it's about melding the two and becoming,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what the card killer is. But that's kind of where the art went, and where it was, and where it is now.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I love the new mask. I like the new look. It's that purple, like you said, looks really sweet. So I'm just curious, how long does one of your cards usually take?
It used to be where I could probably polish off a card in about 10 hours, which, you know, it seems like a lot. And you know, for some it is, but I always want to like progress the art, and like figure out new ideas. And as I do that, I kind of usually just put things in my belt, like new techniques and new ways, new concepts, and I add it on. So what happens, it just ends up being that, oh, if I want to do this with this card, now I could add this, now I could add that. So now, like my cards can, if I'm doing a full custom, can take anywhere between 20 and 30 hours to do one card. And it's a small piece of area, but it, you know, I keep on getting more detailed, and taking more like, sometimes you could say more risk, but definitely adding techniques here and there. So it definitely ups the hours of how much time it takes. But that doesn't really concern me too much because as long as I feel like I'm doing it right for myself, the time is well worth it because I get to keep my integrity and move on as an artist.
Interesting. Yeah, I just wanted to see compared to like some of the Project 70 artists we see, like what's the ratio there. So yeah, I mean,
Well, look, think Party just said it takes him almost 40 to 50 hours to do a card. So there you go. I mean, he's in the deep too, and
yeah,
I mean, well deserved. I mean, he's fantastic.
for sure. Well, how long does one of these hats take to make, and where did that idea come from? Because these are sweet.
Yeah, that's a 50-hour job, Brody. That's no short change, my friend. That's a heavy hitter. Yeah, I mean, before the cards, I mean, as I was just about doing the card thing in 2019, like this was more like 2017 to where I started putting it on, I transitioned it from the paintings into apparel because the idea for me was that if someone's going to wear that they're basically a walking advertisement for my art, right? So why not? If it's
Yeah.
nice to be on someone's wall, but it's also nice if you wear that to a stadium and then
Mhm.
everybody can see that. So in my head, it was like, oh, why don't I just transition it to something that the collector would use as an asset even for themselves, not just something that they could just say, oh, I invested in this or I have it on my wall. But if you wear that at a stadium, dude, everybody's gonna look at you, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so like that just became the reasoning. Take the cards, put them on the apparel, do your art on that. This way, it's almost just like a way to transfer the message. So that's my reasoning for putting it on apparel. And I've done sneakers and neckties and stuff like that. So and no apparel's like out of limits for me. So like, but the hats really convey the message
Yeah.
because your face is right there too. So as you're communicating with people, they can see that you like the art that I'm doing. And that's basically the message behind the hats. And I'm gonna keep going because I want to get these hats everywhere, really. It's just it takes time. It just takes time. They're very labor intensive. The hat that you're wearing right now probably has a couple of hundred cards on it in total that are cut up and meticulously one at a time, hand cut and glued down and cleaned. There's like the cleaning processes. Yeah, there you go. And that's actually a really, really one of the first ones I ever did,
Wow.
if not the first one I ever did. So you
Well,
you got you got the OG right there. I got to get you a Chicago one, my friend.
that would be awesome. Yeah, this hat's made me like the Giants. Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it's really, really cool. So I just wanted to ask you, if kids are interested in making art like you were when you were a kid, where do you think's a good place to start?
I mean, the card art format is really, really, really accessible for any kind of artist, no matter what skill level whatsoever. Even a novice can come in and cut up a bunch of cards, maybe remix them as they see fit. And
Mhm.
just as long as you got some glue, you're basically making card art. So I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to try a project like that, especially for school and everything, because there is a whole scene behind this now, Brody. Many of these artists that do that put their art in this format, and it's really up to the artists themselves what kind of product they're going to be putting out. So even like someone in a school situation, in like class or something, can easily incorporate card art into the classroom because you're only working on such a small surface area that it's not an arduous task for something that can be put in schools. I always thought that something like card art in schools can be very advantageous because there's also the element of marketing for kids, is also the element of entrepreneurship because these card art pieces are being sold every day
Yeah.
and it's building and building and building. And I mean, even now at this stage of the game, it's early in card art. This has only been around a couple of years, and maybe I would say maybe 2 years ago, 2% of the hobby knew about it. Maybe now 20% know about it, but we still got an 80% to go. So it's still climbing. So it's something that you can get into now because it's early, and your social media presence can influence people to collect your art through card art. So I would definitely recommend kids who are interested, who have at least the sensibilities of collecting and art at the same time, that this is a no-brainer, man. This is just, it's something you can slide right in. And then believe me, Brody, if you try it or any of your friends try it, like there's platforms like me, there's platforms like Donnie B Collectibles. There's so many card artists out there, and we all support each other. So we're all on board with taking new card artists and showing the world what they're doing and where they are, because we like to watch that growth. You know, I always say we rise together, and I'm going to say that until the day I die.
I love it, man. I love that advice. I want to ask you one more thing.
Freeze! It's time for Interrupting Game Show! Do-do-do-do. This is the part of the show where Brody plays a game with the guest, and if the guest scores 5,472 million points, someone in the chat is going to win a prize. Are you up for the challenge, Card Killer?
I am. It sounds like a lot of points, but I'll give it a try.
You can do it. The first one is worth half the points. Are you ready?
Wow.
Begin.
This question. Autos or relics?
Autos.
What's your favorite sport to collect?
Football.
New York pizza or Chicago pizza?
New York.
Ooh, he just lost that half point.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Vintage or modern?
Vintage.
Scary movies or action movies?
Scary movies.
Plain or peanut M&Ms?
Plain.
What's your favorite cartoon character?
Oh, that's a good one. Favorite cartoon, single cartoon character. Man, you got me on that one. It's been such a long time since I've been watching cartoons. Probably, I would say Bugs Bunny from when I was a kid.
500 bonus points for an impression.
Oh, an impression. Let's see, an impression. My name is Alan Rickman, and I am on with Brody the Kid. About that.
That was a very good impression, but we were talking about an impression of your favorite cartoon character.
Oh my God, a cartoon character. But I can't do Bugs Bunny. Why don't you give me one and I'll give it a shot? If I know it.
Who is my favorite cartoon character? Probably Charlie Brown. Oh, I'm the little bald fat kid and I stink at baseball. I'm like 0 and 628 or something like that because my team stinks. I always lose to Peppermint Patty, 7-year-old girl.
You lose all the points.
Well, she's the one who takes the football out of when he's kicking it, man. That always works. Never fails.
It always does work. Color neatly or color outside the lines?
Neatly, please.
Is ice cream an acceptable option for dinner?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. Would you rather slab a Mickey Mantle card or make art of it?
Oh, completely make art of it. I actually plan to. You'll see.
Nice. What's your favorite mascot of all sports?
Mascot. Oh, man. I would have to say Mr. Met. I'm a Met fan.
Okay. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like Mr. Met.
Yeah.
Number one go-to New York pizza spot for when I ever go to New York.
Ooh, you come to New York, you should go to L&B Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn for their square.
Producer. And because I ask everyone, who is your favorite Disney princess?
My favorite Disney princess is Princess Leia.
Card Killer wins Interrupting Game Show. Someone in the live chat will win a prize now.
Awesome.
She is definitely an honorary princess, Disney princess now.
Yeah, for sure. And she doesn't have to wear a dress and all that stuff.
Just a couple of buns. It's all good.
Well, Card Killer, where can we find you on socials and where can people buy your art?
So mostly I go through Instagram. So it's at Card Killer with a K. Usually my DMs are where I accept commissions. Right now they're closed because I am backed up for I think for this year. So it's quite a bit. I sometimes take on projects depending on what people are bringing to the table. I've got a few of them lined up this year, so there's so much to come. Other than that, I mean, I'm on Twitter at The Card Killer, and sometimes I put a little sneak peeks of something on Twitter before I do anything on Instagram. But that's about it. I usually rely on Instagram. It gets my point across. Most of my audience is there. Most people have it, so it's pretty easy to access me. I always answer my DMs. Come at me with you can come at me with projects or questions or tips or anything. I answer everything, so you can come and sit and chat if you want.
Well, everyone, make sure you check Card Killer out. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me, Brody, man. It was a blast.
You're the man. Peace out.
Yeah.
That's it for Hobby Life episode 48, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the sponsors again, Southern Hobby Supply and Beckett Media. Thank you so much for Card Killer for coming on for the awesome interview today. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at BrodyTK, on Instagram at BrodyTheKid1, and you can read my blog, Riiip with Brody the Kid, at bigleaguecards.com. I'm super excited for episode 49. We are so close to episode 50. I cannot wait. We're going to have an awesome time then. But we still have 49, which is going to be awesome episode 2. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.